ATVers. Today, as you can see, we're going to talk about CV joints. CV joints is probably some of the parts that break most often on your ATV or side-by-side. And today we're going to talk a little bit how they're made, why they break, and get the right part for the application that you're using. So what we're going to show you first is a broken CV joint. This one is off a Polaris RZR 800, very popular machine. We're going to show you the exact reason why this part failed. This is how the CV joint is usually assembled, like this. Inside, there's a cage here, and there's the bearing slots. What happened with this exactly? We can show a close-up. If you can see, usually right here, you will have some bearings inside, ball bearings. And what happened with this one is probably a little bit too much side stress. And if you can see, the cage warped. It's not exactly round. So that's why it broke, because it expelled the bearings. So then you will need a replacement. You can always get one joint like this and replace this joint. But sometimes it's more cost effective, especially time saving, just to replace the whole axle. So this is a stock axle. And what we're going to show you, this is a part from SureTrack. This is like stock, totally stock size. All right. So this part is the same axle size and the same size CV joints. And you get this for around 30%, sometimes 50% cheaper than your OEM. Now, if you're into more serious stuff, what do you get? What part do you get? Well, this is what we're going to show you today. We're talking about heavy duty axles. And this baby is a heavy duty axle. This is huge. It's a heavy part, very heavy. And what you get a much bigger axle, and you get much bigger CV joints that can withstand a little bit more of an angle, more torque, and we'll take a definitely more of a beating before breaking down. And these are fairly inexpensive. We'll show you the prices here. The price is very cheap, actually, and you get a whole lot more for your money, and they will last a lot. These Demonpowersports are available through Kimpex. You can get these through our sponsor, and they're fairly cheap. Now, if you're into more serious stuff, when you're talking lift kits and all this stuff, then you need an axle that's specialized, because when you install a lift kit, you actually change the angles of the suspension and you change the CV joint angle. And this is where many CV joints get broken. Now, this is a part from Super ATV. They're called Rhino axles. They are huge, just as big as the heavy duties from Demon. But these ones have one special feature, is the angle at which the CV joints can take. Check this out. Do you see? The angle. And if I show you the angle of this one will take about yay much, but this one will take this much. Ha! So this is why the Rhino axle is a little bit better when you have a lift kit, either a bracket lift or a full table lift. You need to get something like this, otherwise you'll end up breaking down everywhere as soon as you make the machine work hard. So they're fairly inexpensive, and they will last, and they have a good warranty on them for broken parts. So you can look these up through ATVTiresCanada.com. They have a full listing of applications for these things. So this is a little ins and outs, pretty rapid, about CV joints on your ATV or side-by-side. We'll see you later with some more tech tips and insiders on ATV Guys.